The world seems so dark lately, which is why it's so important that we look to an optimistic version of the future. So let's count down the top 5 optimistic and LGBT-friendly sci-fi series. It's time to nerd out. For this list, I'm going to count down my top 5 optimistic sci-fi series. To be on this list, the show must have a positive outlook on the world or future. It must also be inclusive of LGBT characters. Number 5, Supergirl.
That was awesome! I mean, that was terrible, but it was awesome!
From episode 1, this show is just bursting with optimism. Kara, otherwise known as Supergirl, always believes in the best of every character around her, and, like her more famous cousin, represents the best in all of us. The show also takes time to celebrate healthy friendships and self-love. Supergirl sometimes goes to dark places, but always with a mind to show us how we fight together to build something better.
There's about a dozen ways that I could stop you right now. But I don't think I have to.
Supergirl features numerous queer characters, including a fantastic coming out storyline for Supergirl's adoptive sister. Plus, the show is all about the girl power, and it's gonna have a transgender character next season. What more could I ask for?
But I found out that there is so much love in this world.
Number 4, the Stargate franchise. Stargate is just pure, unfiltered fun. This planet-hopping adventure series is incredibly inventive, drawing on interesting sources like Egyptian mythology that you rarely see in science fiction. It's a perfect blend of humor, clever sci-fi concepts, well-developed characters, and epic storylines. While it's had serious arcs, the franchise has rarely taken itself too seriously, and it's all for the better.
Colonel Neil, what the hell are you doing? In the middle of my backswing!
Also, the recent Stargate Origins web series was directed by a queer woman and features the franchise's first major gay characters. Though, if you're looking for optimistic, maybe skip Stargate Universe. Number 3, Doctor Who. Doctor Who is a show about, at its core, change. Like the main character, the Doctor, nothing and no one ever stays the same on this show. But not only is that okay, it's exciting and beautiful. We all grow, learn, and evolve throughout the years. As long as we stay true to the core of who we are, then we can never go wrong. That's the message of the show. The show also has a message of believing that humanity can do better, even if we don't always show it.
I'm not doing this because I want to beat someone, or because I hate someone, or because I want to blame someone. It's not because it's fun. God knows it's not because it's easy. It's not even because it works, because it hardly ever does. I do what I do because it's right, because it's decent, and above all, it's kind.
Doctor Who also features ridiculously over-the-top and inventive storylines and great characters. Next season will feature the series' first female Doctor.
Oh, brilliant.
Which I am so pumped for. The show has also featured many gay characters, including my personal favorite, Bill, who is the Doctor's companion on the most recent season. Number 2, Sense8. Every time I watch Sense8, I feel inspired. The show is all about celebrating diversity while also recognizing that no matter how different we may seem, we are all still human. In today's world, we tend to believe that we could never understand the life experience, the pains, or the joys of someone else. Sense8 calls that ridiculous and shows us that we can all find connection as long as we remain open and empathetic. The show also centers gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender characters in storylines that both acknowledge their struggles while celebrating our uniqueness.
Never daring to imagine that one day I might be brave enough to do something like this.
There's also a fun conspiracy storyline going on, mixed in with some amazing action sequences from the creators of The Matrix. Oh, and also there's several orgy scenes, so there's that. Before we get to number 1, let's see a couple runner-ups.
I can't imagine a world in which we don't end up being friends. We'll find each other.
I want to help. It's a pretty nasty cut you have there. Will you let me fix it?
If I could make one moment last forever, this is the one I would choose.
I'm glad you did. It was a good life.
And number 1, the Star Trek franchise.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Was anyone really surprised by this? I mean, it's me. I've got a transgender Star Trek tattoo on my leg, right here. You'll see it later. Star Trek is the epitome of optimistic science fiction. Star Trek imagines a future where humanity has come to thrive by accepting infinite diversity in infinite combinations. Instead of fighting amongst ourselves, we are building a society built on the quest for knowledge, acceptance, and caring for others.
We will not allow desperation to destroy moral authority. We have to be torchbearers, casting the light so we may see our path to lasting peace. We will continue exploring, discovering new worlds, new civilizations. That is the United Federation of Planets.
The most recent series, Star Trek Discovery, features a gay couple played by LGBT icons Wilson Cruz and Anthony Rapp. While each series in the franchise has complicated or explored different aspects of this future, that basic belief in the inevitable triumph of goodness of humanity has always been the central theme.
These words and the words that follow were not written only for the Yangs, but for the Coms as well.
Coms?
They must apply to everyone, or they mean nothing.
If you want to see a bright future for humanity, look no further than the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
We've no fear of what the true facts about us will reveal.
The importance of these optimistic series cannot be understated. All of these stories are dreams of our future and dreams of what we fight for. Never forget to stay optimistic and believe in a better world. It may be dark out there, but it will get better someday. What are your favorite optimistic series? Comment below or tweet them at me at Jessie Gender, and check back in 2 weeks for yet another Nerd Out.